and I see a policeman pull up behind me on a motorbike. And that's when I know it's a wrap. I'm like, it is a wrap. I am going to jail. I'm actually going to jail.
I know, you're probably wondering how I got here. Well, it's a short, tragic story. Let me take it back to the beginning.
Hey guys. Okay, just gonna go and start this video. If this title seems too good to be true, it's because it is. I did buy a car for £350. I did buy a Mercedes for £350, but it was the biggest mistake I've made. So basically, I just started my gap year and I'd had about £1,000 saved up, like across birthdays, like A-level money, all of that. I had it all saved up and I was like, do you know what I want to do? Buy a car. So I was like, let me go on Gumtree and get myself a cute little Mini Cooper. So I was looking through and I was like, okay, can't afford this, can't afford this, and I can't afford this, and I can't afford this. I need a broke soundtrack. I don't know what the broke soundtrack is, but if I can find one, I'll insert it here. So basically, I was just looking through cars and cars and cars and cars and cars. And then I started losing hope. I was like, okay, maybe I can't afford a car. And then a miracle happened. So I see a car and it says Mercedes Benz, £350, quick, like selling now. So I run to my mum's room and I'm like, Mama, we need to go and buy this car now. She says on her thing that she's leaving the country, so she wants to sell this car. Let's go. And my mum's like, okay, check the mileage. So I check the mileage and it says 10,000 miles. And she's like, great. Check previous owners. I check previous owners, it says 2. And I'm like, great, perfect. And she's like, what's the age of the car? And it says 2011. And this is 2016. My mum's like, perfect. I'm like, perfect. My mum's like, okay, but let's get a mechanic to go with us. And I'm like, sis, let's just go. I'll Google like a mechanic checklist and we can do it ourselves. We are strong, independent women who don't need no mechanic. Can I just imagine me with clown makeup on right now? Because that's exactly the energy that I was giving off. So the next day we get to hers and we're looking at the car and it looks fine from the outside. Obviously in my head, when I was thinking Mercedes, there was a picture of it on Gumtree, but I was really, in my head I was thinking G-Wagon. But instead I got A-class, family car, A-class, family car, A-class, family car. So that was a bit of a reality check. So she sold me the car. I'm on the bus back home because I'm gonna get insurance and then go back and get the car. And on the bus I start reading the papers. And when I read the MOT, oh hell no! I have never felt more played in my life than I did in that bus ride home.
All a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
I was reading and I was like, the car that she told me is 10,000 miles was 100,000 miles. Bruh. The 2 previous owners were 10 previous owners. Bruh. The 2011 car was a 2001 car.
Hold up. Say what?
It was lies upon lies upon lies upon lies upon lies.
Liar!
Like, are you allergic to truth telling? Sis, why are you gonna do me like this? So we get to the car the next day and the whole time I just tell myself, you know what, it's £350. If it takes me from A to B, it does the job, you know? So I'm driving home and then this is when I start to see all the problems. When I sat down, I was like, what? I looked behind me, there was no headrests.
Really, nigga?
On any of the seats. Which is such a bizarre thing to be missing. Like, how can you lose a headrest? Where does it go? After a minute, I realised there's no speedometer. Bruh. So I've got no idea how fast I'm going. I'm literally judging my speed by the person in front of me. And I'm just like, sis, I do not like how this is going. I'm like, Mama, I don't know what I'm doing. This car does not seem great. Day 2 is my first time driving on the carriageway. So when I was driving home on the carriageway, the light was red and I was on 40. So I had to go from 40 to gear 1. And the whole car just started shaking. So I literally parked on a bus stop. After I parked my car, I realised now I have to get back onto this motorway to get home. And going from 0 to 40 is just as hard. I check my mirrors and I'm about to go and I see a policeman pull up behind me on a motorbike. And that's when I know it's a wrap. I'm like, it is a wrap. I am going to jail. I'm actually going to jail. So I'm talking to my mum on the phone and I'm like, Mama, hang up because there's a policeman behind me. And I think it's because I'm on the phone. So she's like, okay, bye. She hangs up and I start panicking. I'm like, that's it. I'm 18 and I'm already gonna go to jail. So I look in my mirror and he's looking at me. I look in this mirror and he's looking at me. I look behind me, he's looking at me. Then the policeman starts to kind of like drive, he starts to peep out. And I'm like, okay, girl, this is your chance, go. So I literally did that. I drove off and I looked in my mirror and it turned out the policeman was watching me the whole time and he drove out horizontally. So he stopped all 3 lanes of traffic to help me go out. I didn't realise that he was actually helping me till after about 2 minutes of driving and like looking at what was happening in my mirror. And then I was just like, that's the sweetest thing anyone's ever done to me. But I went home and I just thought, I can't drive without a policeman. Like how am I gonna handle situations like that if there's no policeman behind me? That was that mess. That was my second time driving the car. I've lost count of the number of L's I took just from this one piece of demonic energy. My car was the car where you turn up the music to mask the sound of the groans. My car was groaning.
That sound is not okay. About a sound her engine's making is not okay.
The very last journey I took with my car was to Starbucks. And I never knew that my favourite place, actually, Starbucks is cancelled. That my ex-favourite place would be my demise. So I was literally parking my car outside Starbucks and I was doing a little 3-point turn and this man stops me, like he literally is on the street and he goes, stop, stop, stop driving. And he picks something black off the road and he's like, your brake fell out. And I'm like,
oh, no.
Come again? What? I'm just like, huh? I look at my sister and she looks at me and she's like, tell me this isn't real life.
Oh my God!
So AA came, they took my car, dropped it at home, then the scrapyard people came and took my car. Not gonna lie, the day it broke down was so emotional because I knew that I didn't have money for another car and like I wasn't gonna have another car and that was the end of my driving career. I was singing Boys to Men. So we have come to the end of I felt it in my heart. I learned a lot though. I learned that if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. Yeah? That's the first lesson. Secondly, always take a mechanic if you're gonna buy a car. Always, always, always. And thirdly, don't play yourself. Anyway, this story time has more like, it's turned into more of a rant at the stress that was my life for those 6 months. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. And yeah, stay blessed guys, don't play yourself, and see you in the next video.